What is up, Wizards? Yo, it's me, Mooner. I'm back with another video, and I am super excited. I'm hella pumped about this. I know I'm a little late to the party, but yesterday I was hanging out with my dad all day, Father's Day, and then today I had to work all day, so I wanted to get this video out as soon as possible. But Brian Gottlieb yesterday at the end of US Nats, he spoiled the new set that is coming out in the end of August, beginning of September, I believe, and it is called Rosetta, and it is the fabled all arcane set that we have all, well, I have, but most of you have as well, been eagerly and very hypedly anticipating. So we are going back to Aria, but we're going back specifically to Candlehold, and you can go on the Fab TCG website and watch this little trailer if you want. I'm not going to play it for you. The art's super cool. It doesn't scream wizard to me. It more screams like I don't know, Earth. It's just Earth action to me. But anyways, it is a half Runeblade and half Wizard set. So there is going to be 4 heroes in this set. We have Florian, Verdance, Aurora, and Acilio. And Florian and Aurora are elemental Runeblade heroes, and we're not here to talk about them. We're here to talk about Verdance and Acilio, the elemental wizard heroes. And these are only the young forms. We don't know what their adult forms are going to look like, and for that matter, we don't even know what their hero abilities are like at all, what any of their text on these cards is. We only have the art for them. Unlike the Runeblade heroes, we do have we do have text on them, so we know what they're going to be, getting up to. But we have 2 cards that are very, very intriguing in this set so far that we have had spoiled, and one of them is Channel the Millennium Tree. And it has go again when it enters the arena at the beginning of your action phase, amp 3. So we can probably deduce that amp is going to be a very key word in this set. We saw amp a little bit for the first time on Kindle, and we all know how insanely strong Kindle is with just amp 1. And this is like a Channel Heroic, but for arcane damage. So at amp 3. And you put flow counters on it and all that bullshit. We all remember how that works. But and then we have the lightning card that's very interesting, and it says the first time you deal damage to an opposing hero each turn, draw a card. So that's just like any kind of damage. So arcane damage, obviously, but this card is absolutely nuts broken. The first time you deal damage to an opposing hero, draw a card. It's just, yeah, that's crazy, especially when you think of all the different lightning cards that are in existence so far. None of them elemental wizard cards, but that's something I wanted to go over with you guys today. I wanted to talk about some of the cards that I think in anticipation for this set, I think that you guys should really be looking at, especially if you're new to the wizard class, which if you are, welcome. Thank you for hanging out with me today. But yeah, let's just dive right into that. So let's go over to here with the cards. So I've got these all pulled up on TCG Player, and I will admit that I am not much of a market guy. I do like to collect, and I have all my decks pretty much blinged out with first edition highest rarity cards, but that's just because I'm a crazy wizard. But there's a few cards that I wanted to talk about and go over with you guys that you should be anticipating and getting into your collection before it's too late. And maybe right now you might want to wait till a little bit of the hype dies down, because some of these cards have already been completely bought up and are going nuts. But yeah, let's get into some of those cards right now. Sorry about that. Let me get back to there. So the first one I wanted to talk about is obviously Alluvian Constellus. We have the rainbow foil, which was like $8 for the longest time, is now jumped up to $35. But I still think this is a very heads up buy right now. I don't know how much the cold foil is going for. We can find that out real quick here. $45, so you might as well just go ahead and get the cold foil. But if we know one thing from the past, it is that Illuvian Constellus is an all-star in Wizard and Runeblade mirrors, and, well, not Runeblade mirrors, but against Runeblades and in the Wizard mirrors, Illuvian Constellus is just a straight-up all-star, being able to remove energy counters from it and putting energy counters on it every time you prevent arcane damage, and then your staff activation costs 3 less. It's absolutely a game changer when it comes to certain matchups, and this is one of the first cards that I think you should be looking at purchasing. Another one is obviously Kindle, and yeah, this card is skyrocketed in price, but it is an absolutely busted card, and I think that in Acilio, who is going to be using Amp, I think the best, it's still going to be a busted card. Just Amp 1, and then if you have no cards in hand, draw a card. It's just completely nuts. If you've seen any of my recent Kano or specifically Blaze gameplay, you can attest that Kindle is a super dope card. One that might not be being talked about a lot is Blink, and this is a lightning instant, and it says gain 1 action point. Now, I can think of a million reasons why gaining an action point as a wizard at instant speed can be super busted, and talking about cards like Tome of the Aether Wind and things like that, and you can see how this can get out of control real easily. And then especially cards like Channel Thunderstep. This card used to be like 35 cents, and now it's up to like $4.35. So it's gone up tremendously over the last 24 hours, but it says go again whenever you play an action card. You may pay 1. If you do, it gains go again. So like giving your wizard spells go again for 1 resource is pretty busted, and in a all lightning elemental wizard hero, you can see how this can get pretty out of control pretty quick. Playing Blinks, gaining action points, playing Tomes, giving them go again, playing any kind of wizard spell, giving them go again. But I want to talk about Amp a little bit and some of the cards that really affect Amp and have a lot of play with that keyword. And the first one I want to go to, obviously, is going to be Aether Wildfire, which is sitting at around $11 right now. So you might as well go ahead and spring for the extended art, which is sitting around $30, I think. But amping, an extra 3 damage onto Aether Wildfire, while I guess it wouldn't really work in this instance because that channel, that lightning channel, is only affects your turn, but it will have a significant effect on cards that have Surge on them. So cards like Swell Tidings, this is a card I would recommend getting a playset of, and one of my favorite wizard cards of all time, which would be Mind Warp. Deal 2 arcane damage to target hero, and it has Surge. If it deals more than 2 damage to them, they shuffle their hand into their deck, and then they draw that many cards -1. So this is one of my favorite wizard cards, and I've been waiting for a very long time for it to be good. It does block 3, it is yellow, and it does cost 0. So giving this Amp 3 just sounds like an insane busted combo to me. I don't know about you guys, but 5 damage for 0 mana is pretty damn good, and then screwing up your opponent's hand is just even better. We don't have that much disruption in the wizard class, and this is one of those rare cards that offers some disruption, but I've just been waiting for it to be good, and I think Acilio is going to make Mind Warp a absolutely bonkers card. So I would suggest picking up a playset of this while it is still so super cheap. It is one of those cards from Dynasty, which wasn't opened all that much, and there isn't a whole lot of stock of this out there, but it is still only 46 cents. So for $1.50 you can get a playset of this. You can probably even bling out the rainbow foil versions for $1 more and be super set. But this is a card that has some really high potential of being abused with action point economy, with amp, that keyword, and such things like that, gaining extra action points and all that stuff. Speaking of the extended art Aether Wildfire, it's only at $38 right now, and for a majestic rainbow foil extended art from Everfest, I remember when this card was like $90, and it's only like $38 right now. So, I mean, all of my decks have extended art Aether Wildfires in them, and I like to flex like that, so should you. They're only $38. I think this is a hell of a good steal right now. Speaking of cards that all of us should have, but maybe some of us don't yet, and that is Stormstriders. I can never see a world in which a wizard does not wear Stormstriders. This is arguably one of the most busted pieces of equipment that has ever existed. Being able to essentially gain an action point and take an action on your opponent's turn for one resource at instant speed is insanely broken, and it has Arcane Barrier 2 on it. This card was sitting at around $70 for the longest time, and has shot up to $125. I still think it's a good investment. I still think any wizard worth his weight in salt should have a copy of Stormstriders. So this is like priority number 1, and then maybe Illuvian Cancellus is priority number 2. But then let's talk about Tome of the Aetherwind. This is still $1.25. It is a super rare from Arcane Rising, but it says choose 2, and you may choose same mode more than once. The next card you play this turn with an effect that deals arcane damage instead deals that much damage plus 1, or draw a card. So basically, with cards like Blink or this new channel, this new lightning channel, or channel for Thunderstep, just being able to gain action points, draw cards for 0 cost. 2 cards for 0 cost is absolutely busted, especially if you're gaining action points and things like that, or just pumping up your spells. But yeah, I think everybody should have a playset of Tome of the Aetherwind. I can never see a world in which this is not played in Acilio. I just can't see it. There's just no way that he is not playing Tome of the Aetherwind, especially with action point economy. Another card that I think you should have a playset of is Aether Arc. For its weight, this is a heavy hitter right here, and it does come from heavy hitters, but it is a blue block 3 that costs 0, and it says deal 1 arcane damage to each opposing hero. Create a ponder token for each hero dealt damage this way. So this is one of those cards that like pretty much forces your opponent to interact with it or offer you up a ponder token. It doesn't have the surge keyword on it like Swell Tidings does, so if it just deals any amount of damage, so you pump this up with some amp effects or something like that, and then deal them damage that they cannot prevent, and then you're drawing cards, and you are creating ponder tokens, and you are just turboing through your deck. And I think everybody should have a playset of Aether Arc. This card is just a powerhouse. Let's see, what else did I want to talk about today? A couple of my favorite wizard cards of all time, and my all-time favorite wizard card is Gaze the Ages, and this card has quadrupled in price over the last 24 hours, so maybe wait a couple days before getting a playset of this if you don't already have it. But Gaze the Ages is hands down one of the pound for pound best wizard cards available, and especially in the Lightning Wizard with action point economy. This card is just absolutely busted. Up to, if you've played another wizard non-attack action card, Gaze the Ages goes back into your hand as it resolves. Obviously, any longtime wizard players knows like the interaction with like Chain Lightning, which I still think is remarkably at a very, very affordable rate. But Chain Lightning is another card that I think you should have a playset of. I mean, it has lightning in the name. But it lets you play next wizard non-attack action as though it were an instant. And if you played another wizard non-attack action, this card deals 3 damage to each opposing hero. So this has a lot of implications in a lightning wizard. I think Chain Lightning is an all-star, and I think it's being greatly overlooked right now. I can just think of like tons and tons of combos, especially revolving around Amp and Gaze the Ages and Swell Tidings and Mind Warp, and just my brain is just like in overdrive, imagining what this hero is going to be like and imagining what we can do with a lightning wizard. Like, think about that. We've been praying for this for a long time, and we finally have one in the form of Vasilio. And even though we don't know what he does, we do know that he is a lightning wizard. And from some of the cards that I've gone over and shown you guys today, I hope this gives you a couple things to think about, and maybe fill out your wizard collection before it's too late, because a lot of these cards were printed in Arcane Rising and Crucible of War, and a lot of them are drying up very fast. If you're like me, you're going for the first edition rainbow foils, but you know, unlimited regular is just fine for the, you know, regular people. I'm just like one of those psychotic wizards that likes my shit extremely blinged out. Code foil everything, including my Striders. But yeah. Alright guys, thanks for watching today. Like I said, I'm not like a market guy, so I'm not doing like a market update. I just wanted to go over a couple of my favorite cards printed in Flesh and Blood currently that I think our new wizards can take advantage of. And if you are new to the wizard class, I suggest starting with Alluvian Constellas and your copy of Stormstriders. I don't predict this to go down anytime in the future. When Icelander was at her prime, Stormstriders was sitting at around 125, 140 bucks, somewhere in that range. So this has the potential to go up. So you might want to just like bite the bullet, maybe buy the white border copy if you're okay with that. Or, you know, if you want the rainbow foil from Arcane Rising, you're gonna have to shell out 125 bucks. But if you have any interest at all in playing with the wizard class, then stay tuned to this channel, Wayne Moon Gaming, where I do nothing but wizard content. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Let me know what some of your favorite wizard cards are out there, and how you think this is going to affect this upcoming set Rosetta that's coming out. I will be at the Tampa Bay World Premiere, so if any of you guys are going to be there, feel free to hit me up and say what's up, and give me a high five, and give me a subscribe. Just like, I'm trying to get this channel to 500 like viewers or 500 subscriptions, and I'm pretty damn close. So help me out, help the algorithm help me, and all that other bullshit. And I promise, I've done some giveaways in the past. And when I hit 500 subscribers, I will be giving away a copy of Stormstriders. I'm a psychopath, and I own like 4 copies of this card. So when I hit 500 subscribers, I will be giving away a copy of Stormstriders. But until then, shoot me a like, shoot me a follow. Let me know how I'm doing, and stay tuned for my gameplay videos. I do gameplay videos and meta-analysis and deck techs and all that other fun stuff. This is an all wizard, all flesh and blood channel, and Mooner out.